Okay, so confession time. I said the first camper that I flipped was going to be the last. Then there was Fancy. Then here comes Too Fancy. I couldn't help it. It was sitting abandoned on the side of the road for over 9 years. It was being used as an ice cream stand. Where I live, my neighbors went to ask them how much they would want for it. It was crazy cheap, guys. I'm not going to disclose the price on here. So I had to take it home. I'm like, yeah, this has serious potential. So I love Fancy, but one of my biggest chagrins always was that the roof that we built for her was so stinking heavy. This roof, guys, pops up. I'm not gonna say with a finger, but like almost. Okay, we just put a little WD-40 and that thing, and it was like whoop, popping right up in the air. Super easy to tow, super easy to close back up. The latches are gonna need to be replaced immediately. This was gonna be a lot less work than Fancy was to restore because she's in such good shape. So the first thing I did was put a little spray paint on her. I decided to go with a more neutral color this time because it was so hard to match the teal I had on Fancy, even though I love that color. But it ended up costing me more because I had to buy vinyl that specifically matched that, and I wanted to go the other way around this time and use materials we already had around the house. So this is what she looks like with just a little bit of spray paint. The spray paint was also bought at Ollie, super discount, I think $1.99 a can. Can't beat that. Then I went inside. I vacuumed her. Don't worry, the ugly contact paper was ripped off, and underneath the carpet there's some decent peel and stick tile, but I really do want to replace that. I'm trying to see what I can use that's there and what needs to go. So the wood underneath that contact paper is in decent shape in most places, as you see. So much storage. I absolutely love that. These benches are not only seating but tons of storage for everything, because you need storage. But you see some of the damage to the wood, so we're gonna have to go in and fix some of that and straighten up the frame. Basically, it's been sitting out so long, logically it's gonna have some water damage. So this thing was so cool. Look at how it sandwiches on itself. These pieces extend. There was a bed on each side, as you saw in the previous picture. But I have had the idea, and someone also helped me with that, to use one of the bed sides as a wall. It's going to save in building time and cost, and you have a nice sturdy wall as opposed to all material and vinyl that people can stab through. The ceiling I'm going to paint white because it was white at one time, but it's been a while. So these are the walls up. There's a pin assembly thing that we kind of made going through the springs, the bars that come up, and then drilling through those into the wall. Lines up perfectly. So we got a nice solid wall. So what are we going to do with it? Put a window in it because we need more light. Natural light. So we went to a vintage camper RV salvage yard and got quite a few parts. Door, window, and a few other pieces. So then we patched up this wall with some wood putty and measured out where we're going to place this discount window. It is in very good shape. It already has a screen in it. It's one of those kind of pick apart places, camper pick apart kind of ting. So after we measured it out, cut it carefully with a skill saw, and then quack it like it's 1995. I know I said that. Anyway, we want to make sure it is watertight to the extent possible, of course. Then after tons of caulk put in there, follow it with the screws. There should be a bit of overflow. That's how you know you got it right, and that it's going to be nice and watertight, which is what we're going for as much as possible. So here is the camper with her window in. You know there's a lot more to come. She turned out beautifully, spoiler alert, but I'm gonna just torture you guys and take it little by little. Everywhere we can, we tried to water sealer, so took some weather stripping that I also got off of some other vintage camper, and putting alongside the edges where we can. I love how this window turned out. Let me know what you guys think below.